In the debate over whether Bitcoin should be labeled as money or not, much depends on the specific technical definitions one has in mind. In examining these debates, I have come to define money as a common unit of pricing, accounting, and economic calculation in a given context. Bitcoin does not qualify under this definition right now, but I see no reason that it might not at some time or place in the future. I define a medium of exchange as a good accepted for payment in indirect exchange. It can be used to pay for goods and services in non-barter transactions. Bitcoin clearly does fit this definition. It is being used to actually pay prices that are quoted in terms of local monies in each region. The regression theorem makes a series of claims about the process by which a good on the market comes to be a medium of exchange and later money. I believe a popular interpretation of it includes several layers of misunderstanding and unwarranted assumption. However, Mises, as is typical for him, seems to have cleared up all of these misconceptions in one part of one sentence in Human Action, if not one word. The regression theorem states that no good can be employed for the function of a medium of exchange which, at the very beginning of its use for this purpose, did not have exchange value on account of other employments. Can be used, not should be used. And what it means to be used as a medium of exchange is specific. To facilitate indirect exchange, that is, non-barter transactions. Any medium of exchange must have had exchange value for some other purpose at the beginning, or it could never have been traded in this way to begin with by definition. It is not a statement of should, but of logical possibility. This does not have to be true now or within the value judgments of later observers. It only had to be true then and for the people actually involved. In addition, this is not even a historical claim, but an implication of the meaning of concepts. It does not say, this happened at this time and that place. It says, this always happens when the conditions appear. And just in case there was any questions, Mises added, it must happen this way. Nobody can ever succeed in constructing a hypothetical case in which things were to occur in a different way. Well, Mises and Menger clearly did have the examples of metallic monies in mind as they wrote. Those were the best available examples at the time. However, this does not imply that new examples of the same principles could never arise in the entire course of the future. Tangibility was not the theoretical point of the examples. In the Misesian method, this does leave an empirical question to be addressed about Bitcoin. What was it valued for before it was taken up as a medium of exchange? In 2009, it was a technical experiment with no monetary uses. Bitcoin units existed within this experiment and were used as part of it. Some participants were even crazy enough to think that the system might actually take off one day, and they collected Bitcoins just in case. 2010 saw the first clear patterns of buying and selling Bitcoin for money. But buying and selling Bitcoin is not the same as using it to purchase goods and services. Bitcoin was still being used in a pattern of indirect exchange, not being used in a pattern of indirect exchange. Not until 2011 is there clear historical evidence along a number of lines of a pattern in which Bitcoin was being used to purchase goods and services. Such use has continued to expand to this day. This shows a 2-year period with no pattern of medium of exchange use, but during which Bitcoin was being, quote, valued for other employments. Bitcoin may therefore be the best documented historical illustration of the origins aspect of the regression theorem. Understanding Bitcoin well requires engaging in multiple learning processes and looking from a number of different perspectives in turn, an approach I have sought to illustrate in this 3-part analysis. Thank you.